So this morning I'm back in New York after a marvellous day at Roman's in Philadelphia yesterday. Just want to say publicly what a lovely welcome Roman and his family gave to me. Truly humbled. Thanks so much, Roman. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. So before I leave New York, before I fly home tonight, we're going to have a little look round one of New York's finest independent watch dealers. I think you're going to enjoy this. So I am with Chad at New York's Wrist Aficionado. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Paul.
What a beautiful, beautiful premises you guys have got here.
No, it certainly is, certainly is.
It's the last time I saw the guys was down in the Miami store.
Okay.
This is my first time to the New York store. I've got to say that this is just blown me away in here, okay? The amount of stock that you have, the presentation. Tell me a little bit more about what you guys do here.
Okay, well, we sell a ton of luxury watches, exotic pieces from Richard Mille to Patek Philippe, Rolex, anything that you can think of, we sell it here. Most of our pieces you can't even get your hands on, but we are able to. Some of the limited production pieces, 1 of 5, 1 of 10, we usually can get them here at Wrist Aficionado. But not only do we sell watches, we also sell luxury goods like purses, so a lot of Hermes, Birkins, the Kellys, as well as luxury jewelry from necklaces to earrings to bracelets.
Everything your heart could desire.
Everything your heart could desire.
Or your pocket can't afford.
Yeah, what your pocket can afford. But sometimes it's just it's nice to stop by and just see what we have, because we have a lot in store.
It's a great area actually, because I haven't been to this part of New York up until this morning. I mean, you've got Langer's Honor, you've got Hermes around the corner.
No, certainly, yeah. You've got Panerai around the corner. They're opening up a Van Cleef right here on the corner. Yeah, Longa's right across the street. So Hermes is 1 block over. So you have a ton of luxury brands, and we're right in the thick of it here.
Now, what I noticed is that your stock is super, super high end.
For sure.
I was going to ask you, what the cheapest watch that you have in stock is. But I think actually I'm going to ask you what's the most expensive.
So, well, the cheapest I would say, I mean, we have like a 36 millimeter Rolex Datejust with Wimbledon dial.
Yeah.
We have that for sale. Around 9,000, I believe, is the price on that. Our most expensive watch in stock currently is, let's see. I'll give you two. Both are by RM. So Richard Mille's got the Airbus. That I think we're priced around like 1.8, certainly over 1.5. And then another RM, the Nadal, is about I think 1.7 as well. So both those watches are totaling just over $3 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what sort of people? I guess they're just not walking in off the street buying watches like that. How are they approaching you? You know, where do you find a $1.8 million customer?
Well, like I was saying, our pieces here are pretty limited. So we get very rare pieces that it's going to be very difficult for your average customer to even find. We have great sources here. We work with a ton of great individuals who we're able to get these watches from. So our customer are typically individuals that are looking for those super rare pieces because we're usually able to, if we don't have them in stock, we're able to find them.
And do they tend to come to the store, or do you how are you served? Because I've never sold a watch for $1.8 million.
It depends. So a lot of individuals live here in the city, or they travel to the city to come to the store. But we also have a ton of individuals that are overseas. So in the Middle East, we work with a lot of royals who we work from afar. They don't want to travel to New York City, so we work with them whether they're in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. We work with them from afar to get the deal done.
Something is quite often in the watch business where the actual owners of the business are often reluctant to appear on camera, something that I totally get. But what I can say is I know both the guys here very well indeed, good friends of mine, and
yes.
One thing that strikes me with them, they've clearly got a hugely successful business here, millions upon millions of dollars worth of watches in stock. But what I love about them is their humbleness, the way they remain humble.
Yeah.
Everyone is welcome. I mean, I've bumped into a viewer to my channel here today. They've welcomed them in, given them drinks, made them feel like royalty. I think that's great for the community.
No, certainly. And I think that's what they wanted to really establish when they opened up these stores, is that sense of, even if you wanted to come in and purchase that 36 millimeter Datejust for $8,000, you know, you can do that and you're going to get the same customer experience if you do that compared to if you're buying a $2 million RM.
Yeah.
They wanted that customer experience to be the same for each watch or any watch that you purchase.
I was just talking to your security guy in there,
Yes,
ex-armed forces, ex-New York cop.
Yeah.
He's in there, he's got the 9mm Glock, etc.
Yes. He's prepared.
Makes me feel quite safe, actually.
Yes,
I've got to be honest, it's actually really nice, to be fair, that you're so well protected. What's the area like in general? Do you get many problems in this area?
So not really. I mean, you're here in the Upper East Side, so you're amongst tons of wealth. So it's perfect for a store like ours. Like I was saying, and like you were saying, the stores around here are super luxurious. I mean, the townhomes across the street are $46 million, $30 million, $50 million. So you've got a ton of wealth here in this community. So for the generalization, it's pretty safe.
It feels that way, I must admit. I live in London, again, a very, very well, I come from London, a very, very wealthy city. And I've got to say that I've been saying I feel safer here than I do in London, which I think is surprised me, to be honest. Yeah,
it's very safe. I feel very comfortable walking out the door to come here to work every day. It's kind of funny, Hubert and I, who works upstairs, he's the marketing director here, when we go to lunch, we'll usually do like a few watch spotting on our way to lunch. So, I mean, you can walk down this block and you'll see Rolex Daytonas, the John Mayer, the yellow gold green dial. You'll see Patek Philippe Nautiluses. You'll see a ton of crazy crazy exotic pieces, just, you know, on your 2-block walk to lunch.
So what's the number one seller in here for you? I guess it's Rolex, I guess, the number one seller?
Rolex we sell a lot of, but I mean, we also sell a lot of RM, and we sell a lot of Patek and AP. The Patek, AP, and Richard Mille, I would say, are the 3 that we sell the most of.
And what's your favorite watch?
Oof, my favorite watch? My favorite watch currently in stock is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Tourbillon with the greenish blue dial. So it's an insane piece.
I spied that. That's not a bad choice.
It's made out of titanium, so it's super lightweight. And the dial on it, I think, is absolutely stunning. It's hard to see the green because they say it's a bluish green dial, but in the certain angle that you turn the watch and there's certain right lighting, you're able to see the reflection of the green, and I think it's a beautiful piece.
What's the Richard Mille market been like? Because there's been some ups and downs, but I think RM's been quite steady throughout that.
They have been quite steady. With RM, they make only limited pieces. So, you know, it's not like Rolex where they're making 1 million a year. So it's going to be a limited production run. So I think that value is just going to stay where it's at currently. And people think, you know, RM's overpriced. You know, there's certainly a lot of money for an RM, but the engineering behind it, the craftsmanship, the limited production run, I think that ties into the value of it.
I've got to say, I've become such a fan. I mean, when you get these watches in hand, I mean, I was a watch dealer for a long time, but it was mostly Rolex. I've never sold an RM in my life, to be honest, you know, and well, maybe one actually that I was involved in as a middleman, if you like, but I've never really had many of them in my hand until the last couple of years, and I've got to say that they are just exceptional in every way.
Certainly are.
They've got to be seen to believe, don't they? Really?
And they come in all different shapes and sizes. I mean, they think they all come out with their Chrono style shaping, but they don't. They come in, you can buy them in a circle shape. Many are like super thick, but then also that you can buy some that are very thin, like the RM67, the Rafa Nadal, or because Nadal need to wear these watches while playing, and they're super lightweight. So they're all around. Just the engineering behind them are great pieces.
So what's your day-to-day job here, Chad? What do you do?
So I run the social medias on the TikTok side and on the YouTube side. So that's my job.
So it's quite impressive, really, your watch knowledge as well, on top of doing what you do.
Yes, certainly. So I do a lot of watch content on social media, so the knowledge is able to build up over time. The more that I crank out a video, the more my knowledge increases.
And how's the social media going? Good?
It's great. It's very good. Yeah.
Your channel's quite big, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It's blown up pretty large in a short amount of time. So February of this year, February 22nd is when I started, and I mean, it's what brought me to New York. It's what's opened up a lot of doors of opportunity, and just grateful for every moment of it.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Paul.
That reminds me, I haven't seen Spencer in a while. So I'm in New York's Central Park, just in front of Trump Tower, and I've bumped into a viewer, Nen from Glasgow. How you doing, mate?
Brilliant. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. It's what are you doing here, first of all?
A few days break away, October week, and we thought we were better to come and have a good visit to the Big Apple.
The Big Apple, yeah. So you've had a little look round. What you made of it?
Oh, incredible. We've fitted in so much in such a short space of time, and lots of sightseeing and nice restaurants and all the kind of tourist
all the
sites.
Usual bits and pieces. So we met over at Mr. Aficionado.
We did.
What did you make of the stock and the whole experience?
It was pretty crazy, to be fair. It just shows you how amazing their selection is. Loads of APs, loads of Pateks, stuff you don't see in the stores as well. So nice to see some of the really diamond studded pieces and the AP.
We was looking at that tray, and when we said, how much money's worth do you reckon's in that tray? And it was about, what was it, about $10 million?
Got to be 10 million in that one tray.
One tray, you know, unbelievable. So if you had, you know, a choice of any watch that you saw this morning, what took your eye in particular? Anything that you tried on and thought, wow, if only?
The AP Black Panther was just
immense,
just incredible.
Did you try anything on while you was in there?
I did. I tried on some. What did I try on? Tried on a full gold AP tourbillon, which was
nice,
amazing, and some RMs as well. Some of them were worth huge amounts. I think one of them was 1.7 million. One of them, crazy.
Don't often see them running around in Glasgow. I'll bet. Exactly. And they were nice people, right? They made you really welcome.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing. Such a nice store, and so many really nice pieces as well. They had sort of bits of artwork with kind of watch gears and things like that inside them. Really quite amazing stuff, actually.
So what are you wearing back home these days?
My Hulk, probably more than anything. Love my Hulk. But for here in a big city, it's got to be the Apple Watch. Just keeps you out of harm's way, doesn't it?
But I felt quite safe here, though, in general. You were saying that you had a little wander around where you didn't feel quite so safe. Where was that?
So we were at Broadway the other night. We were seeing Wicked on Broadway, which incidentally was outstanding. And we're staying down at Madison Square Garden, so we did the walk from Broadway right down to Madison Square Garden at about 11 p.m. at night, and it was sketchy. It was pretty ropey, but what I would say is probably no worse than the middle of London, Leicester Square or Piccadilly Circus at that time of night. You know, it was
any big city.
Lots of police presence though.
That's the one thing I've noticed. I can't believe. I mean, at times it seems to be almost as many police here as people. It's crazy. You know? I don't know where they come from at times, but I'm off home tonight. I've had a really great time and a good welcome. What have you noticed around the city watch-wise in particular? Because obviously you're a big watch guy. Would you say there seems to be more here than back home, or what's your watch experience been?
Probably similar. I haven't really done much kind of watch shopping. It is quite time-consuming, and so I kind of.
And you got the better half to keep you occupied.
Yes. I did. There was a Booker store, so I did pop in there, but it was pretty much what you'd expect. Nothing available, nothing there. You can join a list, but then actually there was a family came in behind who said, "Oh, okay, I'll put my name down for Submariner," and they were told, "Okay, so you live in New York City," and of course they didn't. You know, there's a lot of tourists, and in which case they said, "No, if you're not a local, you're not getting put on the list." So the same kind of thing that you would kind of expect, unfortunately. But still, you know, a good visit. Had a browse around the store, and always good to have a look.
Unfortunately, that is the international Rolex language, isn't it?
Seems to be.
Seems to be. Then it's great bumping into you and catching up. Thanks very much, mate. Have a safe trip home. Thank you.
Thank you.
So after 4 days in New York, which seems to have gone in the blink of an eye, I'm back here at JFK in the lounge, just having a bit of a relaxation before head off back to Gatwick on the late night flight. So it's going to be pretty much 24 hours on the spin away from me by the time I get back home. It's been a good week, to be fair. I still can't get over the amount of people that come up to me in the United States. It's every time I come here, it's crazy. It's really surreal. I still can't quite get used to it, but it's really lovely. Everyone's been so friendly. New York is crazy busy. Wherever you stand, you're in danger of standing on someone else's toes. There's just people absolutely everywhere. It's too busy for me. I couldn't live in a city like that, but you know, everyone to their own. I can see why people do fall in love with it. It's been a very productive week, to be fair. Obviously, we had a look around the Diamond District. I hope you enjoyed that. Then we went down to Philadelphia to see Roman, and then back up to New York to see the guys at Wrist Aficionado. I can't wait to get home now, see Mrs. T and the grandchildren. Looking forward to it. So let's get on that flight and get back to beautiful Brighton.